The noise of everyday life can be relentless. Family expectations, career pressures, digital distractions. In the midst of it all, we can forget to ask, am I really living in alignment with who I am? Yet beneath the hustle, there's often a quiet, persistent voice whispering about a deeper calling or a more genuine path. It might feel like a gentle tug in your chest or a sudden flash of excitement when you imagine yourself doing something truly meaningful. Consider this a warm invitation to step back from the rush and explore a guiding truth. There is untapped potential within each of us, patiently waiting for our acknowledgement. Today, we'll look at practical ways to uncover and honor that sense of purpose, one that's deeply woven into your authentic self. Think of it like rediscovering a sparkling gem in the depths of your heart, a gem you can polish each day with compassion and mindful attention. We'll talk about releasing old expectations, especially those that weigh us down with guilt or keep us confined in an outdated sense of self. We'll see how nurturing self-love provides a stable foundation for all other growth, and how affirmations, gratitude, and visualization can help turn lofty ideals into grounded, everyday shifts. Each of these practices can illuminate the path back to that authentic voice, guiding you toward a life that resonates with peace, vitality, and joy. In these moments, it's easy to doubt or worry that it might be too late or too difficult to change. But remember, even the smallest step toward recognizing your truth can yield a ripple effect of inner healing. Whether you're at a crossroads in your career, longing for deeper relationships, or seeking a more meaningful routine, let this be a sanctuary of hope and encouragement. Trust that these gentle methods, when approached with sincerity, can bridge the gap between who you are now and the person you're ready to become. As we move forward, we'll break down how to identify and release old beliefs that no longer serve you, how to tune into the comforting power of self-love, and how to anchor these changes with affirmations and gratitude. None of this demands perfection. True transformation is an evolving dance between patience, curiosity, and a willingness to begin anew whenever necessary. Let these insights inspire a tender relationship with yourself, an alliance rooted in acceptance, empowerment, and an unshakable belief that you are worthy of living a life of purpose. So take a breath. Let go of any tension in your shoulders and open your heart to fresh possibilities. With a sprinkle of dedication and the courage to face your reflections, you can reconnect with the authentic guidance inside you. And from that space of self-honesty, you can step onto a path that feels not only purposeful, but also filled with compassion, both for yourself and the life you're here to create. Many of us sense a quiet yearning for something more, even if we can't quite put our finger on it. We might look around at our responsibilities, our jobs, family duties, social engagements, and wonder if they reflect our true essence, or if we've simply fallen into a pattern. This restlessness can be a sign that our authentic self is nudging us, asking to be heard. Yet hearing that call can be tricky when life's demands turn the volume up on everything else. Sometimes the voice of authenticity speaks through small twinges of dissatisfaction, a subtle feeling that something is amiss, even when everything looks fine on the surface. Alternatively, it might be a surge of joy when you engage in a forgotten passion, reminding you that your spirit thrives in that state of flow. To connect with this internal spark, Start by noticing where you naturally lose track of time. Perhaps it's while writing in a journal, playing an instrument, or chatting with someone about a topic that excites you. Those moments of immersion often hint at activities aligned with your deeper nature. Even if external circumstances make these pursuits seem impractical, simply acknowledging them is a vital first step. It affirms the part of you that longs to be recognized and integrated into your daily life. Another method is to reflect on childhood dreams or spontaneous daydreams. Did you love painting or tinkering with crafts? Did you yearn to travel, help others, or explore scientific wonders? Sometimes these early inspirations point to threads of authenticity that can still guide you if given room to flourish. It's not about returning to a naive fantasy, but rather extracting the essence, be it creativity, curiosity, or compassion, that still resonates today. If you find yourself feeling uncertain, a short journaling practice may help. Sit down with a question like, "In what moments do I feel most alive?" Or, "What did I long to do or be when I was younger?" Let your thoughts flow onto the page without censorship. Often the answers are closer than we realize. They're simply drowned out by the mental chatter of shoulds and musts. And yes, it's natural to worry about how your responsibilities or relationships might change if you follow your authenticity. But embracing your true self doesn't mean abandoning duties or loved ones. It means approaching them from a place of wholeness and sincerity. In fact, many people find that their presence becomes more genuine and nurturing once they honor their core truths. The external world might shift, but it often does so in ways that ultimately bring greater harmony. Next, we'll explore how to let go of guilt and past conditioning, heavy emotional weights that can block this call to authenticity. By releasing the burdens of old expectations, you open the path for a more purposeful, soul-aligned life to take shape. Guilt, especially the kind rooted in past conditioning, can be a quiet force that holds us back from pursuing our genuine path. We worry about disappointing family members, defying cultural norms, or somehow failing the version of ourselves we think we should be. Over time, these concerns become a cloak of heaviness, dulling the vibrant colors of our real interests and desires. To start freeing yourself, it helps to pinpoint exactly whose standards you're living by. Write down any beliefs like, "I must always be available to others," or "I need to follow this career path because it's what my parents wanted." Then question each statement. Is this belief mine, or did I inherit it? Does it still serve my growth? This gentle inquiry reveals the many ways external pressures can shape our self-image. You might discover that some of these beliefs are outdated or no longer match who you're becoming. Another angle is to explore guilt itself, what triggers it and why. For instance, if you feel guilty taking an evening class in something you love because you should be doing household chores, reflect on how balancing your passion might actually enhance your well-being. When you're more fulfilled and energized, you can show up more wholeheartedly for those chores or family responsibilities. Self-care, in that sense, isn't selfish. It's essential to maintaining a healthy equilibrium. When guilt is woven into deep emotional ties, like familial or cultural expectations, it can be delicate to unravel. Here, open communication or seeking a supportive friend or counselor can help you process the layers. If you find yourself worried about how others might judge your decisions, remind yourself that true relationships often grow stronger when you live authentically. People who truly care will adapt and sometimes even admire your courage to honor your path. If you find blame or resentment toward yourself cropping up, practice compassionate reframing. Instead of "I messed up by not following the traditional route," try "I followed the best route I knew at the time, and now I'm ready for something more aligned." Affirmations can reinforce this healing. I release all guilt and allow myself to pursue my own happiness. Repetition is key. Each time you sense guilt bubbling up, repeat your chosen affirmation, letting it gradually override the self-critique. Remember, letting go of old expectations doesn't mean discarding all responsibilities or cherished connections. Rather, it's about renegotiating your life's terms, ensuring they reflect your inner truth as well as the practical realities you face. Striking this balance might take time, but each step toward authenticity lifts a weight off your shoulders. Next, we'll delve into how self-love becomes the crucial support for such transformations, fueling the inner confidence needed to move away from guilt-based living and toward a more purposeful existence. Self-love can feel like a soft cushion in a world that often appears harsh. When you practice treating yourself with unwavering kindness, you build an emotional safety net that catches you whenever old doubts or outside pressures appear. In the quest to live authentically, this net is essential. It reminds you that your worth isn't tied to a performance, a job, or anyone else's approval. It exists simply because you exist. For many, the idea of self-love seems foreign, as if they must earn the right to be good to themselves. However, genuinely loving oneself isn't about narcissism or selfishness. It's about recognizing the inherent value within every person, including you, and allowing that acknowledgement to guide your choices. This perspective fosters resilience. Rather than crumbling under setbacks, you can accept that mistakes are part of growth, not evidence of failure. A quick affirmation can ground you in moments of despair. I am worthy of love no matter what. To deepen self-love, start small. Maybe each morning, place a hand over your heart and say one kind thing. I honor your efforts, or I appreciate your patience. Alternatively, if words feel uncomfortable, express self-love through actions. A peaceful walk, a mindful cup of tea, or scheduling time to read a book that lifts your spirits. Over days and weeks, these gentle acts form a pattern of compassion in your life, rewriting internal narratives that might have once said, I don't deserve rest or care. It's also powerful to combine self-love with mirror work, as we touched on earlier. Speaking encouraging words directly to your reflection can unlock layers of self-rejection. At first, you might feel awkward or self-conscious, but persist anyway. Affirmations like, I see you and I love you, spoken to your mirror image, can dissolve emotional barriers, making way for a stronger sense of self-acceptance. It's not about ignoring your flaws, but embracing them as part of your humanness. When the mind is rooted in self-love, it becomes simpler to discern what resonates with your authentic nature. You're less likely to chase paths that please others but drain you, and more likely to notice a genuine spark that says, yes, this is me. That clarity fosters purposeful living, aligning each decision with your inner truth. Even if you make choices that seem unconventional, your sense of worth buffers you against judgment or fear. You know you're supported from within. Next, we'll explore how affirmations can refine and reinforce the loving mindset you're cultivating. Think of them as daily boosters that echo self-love throughout your mind and heart, amplifying your readiness to embrace who you truly are. By layering affirmations onto this compassionate foundation, you create a vibrant environment for purpose to unfold. If self-love provides the nurturing soil, affirmations are the seeds that blossom into confident, purposeful growth. Each time you repeat a supportive phrase, you gently sow a thought in your subconscious. Over time and with repetition, these seeds can take root, reshaping your self-perception and clarifying your sense of direction. Think of how many times per day you talk internally. By weaving affirmations into this chatter, you shift the tone of those thoughts from doubt to possibility. When selecting affirmations, tailor them to your specific intentions. Are you yearning for clarity about your next step in life? Something like, "My path is unfolding with clarity and grace" might resonate. Are you battling the feeling that you're not talented or brave enough? An affirmation like, "I trust my abilities and I welcome new opportunities" can help. The trick is to choose statements that feel encouraging, yet believable enough not to trigger your inner cynic. If "I am fearless in all situations" is too big a leap, try, "I grow braver every day." Consistency is crucial. Try saying or writing each affirmation multiple times a day, morning, midday, and evening, for instance. If you have a smartphone, set reminders. If you keep a journal, jot them down in the margins. Stick them on your bathroom mirror or workspace as visual cues. Each brief reminder anchors you back in positivity, countering the swirl of negative or idle thoughts that can hijack your focus. It's also helpful to align affirmations with specific actions. For instance, if you want to cultivate better boundaries in relationships, you might say, "My voice matters, and I express my needs with confidence," before making a phone call or having a crucial discussion. These real-time affirmations reinforce your intention, bridging the gap between the mental realm and tangible behavior. For some, the idea of talking to themselves kindly may still feel awkward. If so, consider the alternative. We often talk unkindly without a second thought. Affirmations are simply a more conscious approach, choosing language that honors your worth. Over weeks or months, you'll likely notice your baseline mood shifting, your shoulders relaxing, or your mind feeling less cluttered by second-guessing. Others may comment on a newfound calm or spark in your demeanor. These are signs that your subconscious is absorbing your chosen messages, letting them permeate daily interactions. Of course, transformation doesn't happen overnight, but each day you consistently plant these seeds, the garden of your mind grows richer. Combined with the self-love foundation we discussed, affirmations can do more than just soothe insecurities. They can open your eyes to new possibilities. Next, we'll explore how gratitude and visualization further enhance these shifts, creating a holistic practice that supports living authentically and purposefully. Few forces shift perspective as gently yet powerfully as gratitude. When you pause to appreciate the good, be it the steadfast friend who checks in, a patch of sunlight through your window, or even your own perseverance, you align your thoughts with abundance rather than lack. This shift doesn't mean ignoring struggles. It means noticing that amidst difficulty, there are always small moments of grace. Over time, gratitude can become a stabilizing practice, preventing us from spiraling into negativity or self-pity. One simple way is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write 3 to 5 things you feel thankful for. These don't have to be grand. The subtlety of everyday blessings, a compassionate conversation, a well-cooked meal, the comfort of a pet, often resonates most deeply. This daily act of focusing on blessings fosters an inner environment of receptivity and calm. When we repeatedly tune into life's gifts, we bolster our resilience, making it easier to navigate challenges and remain connected to our sense of purpose. Visualization works hand in hand with gratitude by tapping into our imaginative power. If gratitude acknowledges the positives that already exist, visualization encourages us to picture the future we desire, one aligned with our genuine self. Close your eyes and form a clear, detailed scene. What does your purposeful life look like? Are you in a new role that excites you, or cultivating a skill that sparks your creativity? How do you feel in this envisioned moment? Calm, joyful, or determined? As you hold that image, pair it with an affirmation such as, "I embrace the path unfolding before me with confidence and trust." The emotional charge behind your visualization amplifies this statement, signaling your mind that this outcome is plausible. Over time, you might catch yourself making choices that edge you closer to this mental picture, like signing up for a course, initiating a meaningful project, or daring to speak your truth in a situation you previously shrank from. Some find it helpful to combine gratitude and visualization in a short daily routine. Begin by listing a few things you're grateful for, then smoothly transition into imagining how you'd like the next phase of your life to feel. This synergy creates a powerful blend. Gratitude keeps you grounded in the present, while visualization expands your horizon for the future. You're simultaneously anchored and aspirational, an ideal mindset for growth. These practices become even more potent when done regularly. A fleeting exercise may lift your mood, but a consistent habit reshapes your mental default. Over time, the mind starts to expect positivity, scanning for reasons to be thankful and ways to fulfill your vision. As we move forward, let's tie all these insights, self-love, affirmations, releasing guilt, harnessing gratitude, and visualizing possibilities, into a cohesive approach that supports living with purpose in everyday life. Pursuing authenticity and purpose can stir up old insecurities. Maybe you wonder if you're too late to change directions, or your inner critic insists you're not talented enough. These doubts often surface at the threshold of transformation, almost as though your old self is testing your resolve. Instead of backing away, recognize doubt as an invitation, a sign that you're on the verge of meaningful growth. One way to handle this is to give your doubt a compassionate space to speak. You might write down, "I'm afraid I'll fail if I follow my passion," then respond with gentle reassurance. Trying is courageous, and every experience brings learning. By holding a conversation with your fear, you shift from a reactive state to a more understanding one. This alone can diffuse anxiety, allowing you to proceed with clearer vision. Self-forgiveness also plays a role here. When regrets from the past resurface about missed opportunities or decisions you believe hindered your path, use them as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Affirm, I did what I could with what I knew then, and now I choose to evolve. This perspective frees you from replaying the same regrets. It's about transforming the energy once tied up in guilt into motivation for present action. If external influences, such as criticism from friends or unsupportive family, fuel your doubt, consider how to set healthy boundaries. Communicating your needs, like requesting understanding or avoiding certain topics, helps protect your emerging sense of purpose. If direct confrontation feels daunting, you might find strength in like-minded communities or digital forums where people share their journeys toward authenticity. Listening to others' stories of triumph over doubt can be incredibly heartening, reminding you that you're not alone in this process. Meanwhile, keep your momentum. Even a small effort, writing a paragraph of that book you dream of publishing, taking a short online class that piques your curiosity, stands as a tangible statement against the voice that says, this isn't possible. Overcoming resistance isn't about never feeling uncertain. It's about gently guiding yourself forward despite uncertainty. Each incremental achievement builds a track record of resilience, making the next challenge feel a bit more surmountable. As doubt ebbs and flows, continue anchoring in the practices we've discussed. Self-love to keep your inner well charged, affirmations to remind you of your innate abilities, gratitude to center you in positivity, and visualization to keep your eyes on the horizon. With perseverance, you'll discover that doubt loses its weight when met with consistent, heartfelt belief in your potential. Up next, we'll see how to translate all these shifts into practical daily steps that transform purposeful living from a dream into a daily reality. Clarity about your purpose or authentic calling is wonderful, but it gains true momentum when fused with consistent, grounded action. This doesn't mean you have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Rather, small, deliberate steps can integrate your newfound self-understanding into each day, weaving purpose into the fabric of your current responsibilities and routines. Begin by identifying 1 or 2 meaningful changes you can make right now. For instance, if you feel a passion for creative writing, devote 15 minutes daily to it, even if it's just a scribble of thoughts or a quick free write. If your authentic self craves deeper community involvement, sign up for a local volunteer opportunity or a short workshop on an issue you care about. These small commitments validate your goals, bridging the gap between mere ideas and tangible progress. It's also helpful to keep a practical list or schedule to track these purposeful tasks. When you physically see your plan, a daily creativity session, a weekly meetup, or a set time for reflection, it feels more concrete. Each checked box or completed session provides a mini confidence boost, reinforcing that living authentically doesn't have to remain a lofty concept. Instead, it becomes part of your everyday identity. Some people find it energizing to incorporate supportive rituals before or after these activities. For example, a quick affirmation might say, I devote myself wholeheartedly to this moment. Or a concluding gratitude note might read, I am thankful for my courage to follow my true path. These rituals bookend your purposeful actions with positivity, keeping your mindset aligned and encouraging you to do it again tomorrow or next week. Another crucial element is mindful self-monitoring. After each purposeful action, notice how you feel. Was there a sense of fulfillment, a spark of excitement, or even a dose of healthy nervous energy? Observing these emotional cues can guide you toward refining your choices. If something consistently drains you, perhaps it's worth adjusting your approach or trying a related activity that resonates more deeply. Purposeful living isn't about forcing yourself into a rigid plan, but about responding to your inner signals with sensitivity and openness. Over time, these small actions accumulate into a powerful shift. You might notice that your daily routine starts to reflect your authentic desires more, or that you speak up for your dreams with greater ease. Your schedule, once filled with tasks that felt empty, now features pockets of engagement that spark your soul. And while challenges or doubts may still appear, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing you're actively committing to a path that honors who you are. Up next, we'll bring everything together: self-love, affirmations, gratitude, visualization, and purposeful action into a final reflection. Living authentically is an ongoing conversation with yourself, sustained by compassion and the belief that you're here to share your unique light with the world. We've traversed a path of introspection, from heeding the subtle call to authenticity, to releasing guilt tied to outdated expectations, to fortifying ourselves through self-love, affirmations, gratitude, and visualization. Along the way, we've discovered that nurturing one's true purpose isn't a far-fetched dream. It's a steady journey of daily choices, guided by compassion and an unwavering trust in the power of our inner voice. Living with purpose is not about perfection or impressing others. It's about honoring the essence of who you are, allowing that essence to bloom through the routines, relationships, and activities that fill your life. When we embrace self-love, we gain the courage to explore uncharted territory, to forgive our past missteps, and to walk forward even when doubt tries to pull us back. Affirmations help us reshape mental chatter, ensuring that each day we broadcast supportive messages to our hearts. Gratitude grounds us in what's working, while visualization opens us to what could be. Each practice, woven together, creates a tapestry of resilience and hope. Yes, challenges may remain. There might be days when old fears whisper, "You're not enough," or external pressures attempt to steer you off course. In those moments, pause and recall that these obstacles are part of growth. Look back at how far you've come, and remember that each step, whether triumphant or wobbly, has contributed to your evolving sense of self. Even a small act like revisiting a favorite affirmation or quietly offering yourself compassion can reconnect you to the deeper truths you've uncovered. Ultimately, a purposeful life isn't measured by accolades or grand achievements, but by the inner peace and fulfillment you experience when following your genuine path. When you take responsibility for your thoughts, gently shifting them toward empowerment, you ignite the mind-body connection that can facilitate healing, clarity, and joy. You become both architect and gardener of your life, designing your days to align with your soul's yearnings and nurturing each seed of intention so it may flourish. Let's end our time together with a unifying affirmation, one that captures the spirit of self-trust and clarity. I honor who I am and all I can become. With each loving choice, I shape a life that reflects my deepest truth. May these words echo in your mind whenever you need a reminder of your innate courage and worth. May they inspire you to keep stepping forward, trusting that each day brings opportunities to live more honestly, compassionately, and purposefully. From here, carry a sense of warmth and acceptance for yourself and for the unfolding journey ahead. Every choice you make to align with your authentic self not only enriches your own life, but radiates a positive influence on those around you. With self-love as your compass and your heart's wisdom as your guide, you stand ready to create a future that resonates with the unique, beautiful purpose only you can fulfill.